Hello everyone, my name is Calvin. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today I'm going to be talking about a topic that hits very close to home for me, believe it or not, and that is just kind of the feeling of people underestimating you, right? This is something I experienced heavily in my high school days, like heavily, and I still kind of experience it here and there now. And it's weird because it can really throw you off and make you question if you're doing the right things, if there's something wrong with you, if you're really doing the right path, if just it really makes you question things, right? And this is kind of the idea of people underestimating you, people looking down on you, people just maybe you see yourself in a certain way and you know your capabilities and stuff, but you feel like other people don't, or they doubt you, or people just kind of put you down easily. And like I said, I experienced this in high school. I can give you like a very specific example. My junior year of high school, I took this like music theory class, and keep in mind, I was, see, like as far as my musical background at the time of taking that class, I'd been doing music production for like 4 years and stuff and all that, but I was very new to singing and stuff, so I wasn't very comfortable with my voice, and I didn't even know that the class included using your voice, because you had to sing to do the like scales and stuff, and show that you knew your scales, which I still find so pointless nowadays. Not to diss theory or anything, but just for what I do, I don't really need to do any of that stuff for what I do. But in the class you had to do that stuff, okay, right? So every time the spotlight would get, so keep in mind, I was already like very kind of new to singing at this time, and just new to using my voice. And also it didn't help that you were kind of put in a spotlight every time, because it was very soloed on each person. It was like, okay, this person, no one ever really fully sang together. I guess he kind of did, but every time he did scales and stuff, it was focused. Like, I thought the music theory class was just gonna be like, you learn about theory and stuff, and you aren't put on the spot at all, and it's just a chill class. That's why I thought I signed up for. I was wrong. If I could go back in time, honestly, I would have just walked out in moments where it felt like I was just really humiliated. Because I'm not gonna lie, people treated me like I was mentally fucking handicapped in that class. But look, I was very nervous every time I was put on the spot in that class. My voice was really shaky. I couldn't hit the pitches. Didn't help that I was like really nervous. I was just like really, I felt really like it was a very high point of insecurity for me, because it was also happening in a year where I just was already not feeling good about myself and all that. I could just feel the weight of everyone looking down on me, and it's funny because I think after that class I was looked at as the dude who was least expected to do anything good in the music scene, anything musically really. I just, it sucked. It sucked. And there were multiple points afterwards where I felt like I was the punching bag for just that one who couldn't, the dude who couldn't sing, essentially the dude who who like produces stuff, but like his voice ain't that great and stuff. And at the end of the day, it motivated me to become better, and I love my voice now. I'm proud of it, so it's cool. Now it's worked on over the years, so it's like, it's fine. It's not a point of insecurity for me anymore, but it certainly was back in the day. Another example is like back in the day when I was like, and this actually is like, honestly, this channel is like probably like my millionth YouTube channel. I started my very first YouTube channel when I was 10 years old. It was a Beyblade channel, then turned to a gaming channel, then turned to graphic design and CSGO. It was weird. It had a very weird evolution. I almost reached 1,000 subscribers, but guess what? I took it down because I was getting made fun of in school for it. I wish I could go back in time and tell Calvin, hey, don't take the channel down, because honestly, the content wasn't bad at all. It was cool because it was kind of getting a cool following. But I remember I felt really insecure at a point in time because a YouTuber who shall remain nameless, who's still pretty active today in the commentary community, I guess, was doing like a live stream where he reacted to YouTube channels, right? And I was young. I was only like 13, 14 at the time, and it was like you could pay $5 and get my impression was like you would submit your channel, you would kind of get like a shout out and stuff and all that. But I submitted my channel to this person. It was like a live stream. And essentially my channel just got dissed. And it was just, that was it. Next, it was like 2 minutes of roasting my channel, and like then that was it. move right past it. And that's my fault at the time, honestly, for not. I should have known that he was just like going over channels and stuff and all that. But at the same time, I think like, well, I don't know, if you know someone's young and is gonna take stuff like to heart like that, like that's, I don't know. If I were that YouTuber, I wouldn't have gone about it the way I did. I'm not gonna name the YouTuber who I'm talking about because they're still active today and they're popular, and I would get, it's not worth it. But essentially, I've had multiple points in my life where I feel like I've been underestimated, looked down upon. My ex's father always put me down and said I was never gonna do anything great with my life. It's like for no reason. And like another example, I worked a job earlier this year that was just like a host at a restaurant. And it was like the same thing. People would like treat me like I was stupid at points. And there were points where I would actually purposefully act dumb because I know I could get away. It's like that, you know, that scene in Diary of Wimpy Kid when Roderick is like, you know, I could just like act dumb, and act like I'm not, and act like I don't know what I'm doing with my homework, so my dad does it for me. You know that scene in Diary of Wimpy Kid with Roderick? That was like me. At work at this, because I was like so fed up with everyone. So I was just like, there was like this host app thing on the iPad. I pretended to act dumb and not know how it worked, and it's just like, oh, because I was so sick, I just didn't want to do it, and it was convincing. People were just like, oh, everyone got frustrated. I mean, it's so funny too because it's amusing to me because like I do not mean this in like a braggy or douchey way, but I know I'm a smart person. All right, I'm honestly smarter than I look. All right, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with myself. Okay, part of me thinks sometimes like maybe I look dumb to some people because I have a lot of energy. I'm a very energetic person. I'm generally a very happy person. I smile a lot. I have a lot of energy. I also get very fascinated by the smallest things just because I have a great appreciation for stuff like that in life. And I think some people maybe see that in me and view that as like me being dumb, which kind of sucks because I just like to enjoy life and enjoy small things like that. And maybe it's the blonde hair and blue eyes and the fact that I'm tall, and that maybe I'm just the stereotype for being stupid. Like I don't know what it is. But essentially my point is that I've struggled with this kind of my whole life, and sometimes I stop and ask like, does this happen to me? Why is it me who feels like and like I've done great things in my life. Like every time I feel like someone has like put me down or something, I always choose the path of proving them wrong and putting into something. When I went through what I mentioned earlier with that, you know, YouTuber like putting my YouTube channel down, that's the moment I kind of started getting heavy into graphic design. I created some honestly amazing art that you can still view today on my portfolio that's like linked to the channel banner for this channel. You can see it. That was made when I was like 14, 13, 15 years old. All that work. And it's pretty damn good for that time. If I'm being honest, I don't do graphic design much anymore, like only really when I want to for like music and stuff, but it was something I was like heavy into back in the day. So it's like, you know, but you know, the moment you kind of prove those people wrong, it's not like they say, oh, I'm sorry for saying about it. They just kind of go silent, you know, because you prove them wrong. It's interesting how that works. But I guess the point that I am trying to hammer home with this video is that if you feel like people underestimate you, if you feel like people look down on you a lot, chances are that actually means you have something very special, and maybe they see that in you and they're trying to put that flame out because I don't know, it could be jealousy, it could be because they wish they had like a similar fire that you have in that sense, or I don't know what it is. Some people are just weird. They put you down for no reason, and it kind of sucks. One thing I've just had to kind of accept throughout my life is that some people are simply just not gonna like me for maybe no apparent reason, you know? Maybe they just don't like, I'm a very high energy person, so maybe people just don't like that. I've learned to accept that. Or maybe I have done something, but you know, it could be way in the past, but no matter what I do, it's like nothing can forgive that small thing that they may be mad about, whatever. So at the end of the day, you can't control what people think about you, but you can control how you respond to that, and you can respond to that in a healthy way by, you know, proving them wrong. I mentioned this in another video, but more so proving yourself right, you know, that you can do those things. There's like a Ted Lasso scene that really, it's the dart scene. That's like a really good like model for what I'm talking about. I really love that scene. I love Ted Lasso too. Anyway, getting off topic here. That's essentially what I'm trying to hammer home with this video, is that if you feel like people underestimate you, people look down on you, chances are you have something really, really special. And if you're not seeing it because maybe they're putting you down, I'm here to tell you that you have something super, super special. And what I want you to do is I want you to let out that whatever special thing it is into the world. And I want you to give it to the world and other people, because other people, you know, deserve, you know, the positive energy, you know, in whatever form that you could be putting out there. So please listen to me and take that path. Don't listen to the people who are putting you down, who are telling you can't do things. Promise you, you're more than capable. All right, it all starts with, you know, believing in you. All right, the weight of believing in you is enough to honestly shut out everything else. All right, if that belief is strong enough and you keep being consistent with it, if you keep going, you know, I know I've just kind of started being active with this YouTube channel very recently, but I know I'm going to be continuing this for years on end. So I know the longer I continue it, the more I'm consistent with it, the more other people will see that as well. So there you go. But yeah, anyways, that's all I want to talk about for this video, guys. Let me know as usual any other content you guys want me to create in the comments below. Always love seeing that stuff, because usually if there's a topic that gets recommended, I will get like right on it and I will make a video on it. So feel free. But yeah, I love you guys. Again, take that energy of people looking down on you, you know, whoever, use it as fuel, you know, and prove them wrong, you know, and contribute to your purpose. All right, because I promise you, it's a sign that they see a light in you that they probably envy a little bit. All right. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love.